Larry Hall's method of abduction is very similar to what we saw in Dana Stidham's case. And, according to some new information I've received, the kidnapping and murder of Shauna Garber. Hall often tooled around suburban neighborhoods in his creepy van, following women riding bikes, jogging, or walking, then grabbing them at just the right moment. A young woman alone, with her car broken down on the side of the road, would have been Hall's ideal situation to strike. Detective Lori Howard, who you've heard throughout the podcast, interviewed Hall a few years ago at Buckner Federal Prison in North Carolina.
I went and talked with Larry Hall, and I actually was worried when I talked to him that he might say that I did this just because he really wanted to please me.
I've obtained never-before-heard interviews with Larry Hall and delved deeply into his crimes on my other podcast, Crossing the Line with M. William Phelps, in a 2-part special outlining the monster Larry Hall truly is.
My friend Steve brought her with him a couple times in the car. She was a friend of mine. Steve's friend of mine named Steve knew her. She was only 12 years old. She was missing too.
I want to go back to that phone call you heard at the end of the last episode and pick up where we left off. What about Beale Lane, the crime scene up there by Ozark Beverage where Dana was found? Do you know where that is?
I don't know what you mean.
You don't know that area?
Not really.
Lots of people think you killed that girl. You've never been up to Beale Lane?
I told you. No.
Again, remember what he says for a second time. Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite shows.